Please give a warm welcome to President Sally Rausch.
Well, good afternoon. I almost missed my introduction. I was busy chatting here. But as president for this period of time at San Diego State University, it's such an honor to welcome everyone here today. Even though I have a speech prepared, I find myself speechless at this amazing day and this building. It's truly an unforgettable day for the university community and for all of San Diego. And I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us and being part of history here today. I'm particularly pleased that SDSU alum and the Mayor of San Diego, the Honorable Kevin Faulconer, is here today. We appreciate that. And I would like to give a special welcome to Adam Day, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees of the California State University System, and to us. Thank you, Adam. And to Assistant Vice Chancellor Marquita Greneau-Shire. Is she here today? Did she come? I haven't seen her. Oh, there. Thank you very much for being here. Yeah. And more than anything, I am so pleased that President Emeritus Thomas Day and his family, which includes Adam, are with us today. President Day, Adam, and Monica are here in the front row with us, and the other children and family members are near the front, including Erica, there she is, Mark, Kevin, Tim, Jonathan, and Patrick are all here. And the grandchildren, raise your hands all out there. Yes, thank you. Many times President Day would say to me, apropos of the conversation that was going on, I have 9 children and they're all different. So that was a lesson I learned from my life, one of many that he taught me. Also joining us are members of the Campanile Foundation Board. Could you raise your hands out there, Campanile Foundation Board members? Thank you so much. And our provost and vice presidents are here today. Raise your hands. Thank you. And other campus leaders. I want to thank Assemblymember Shirley Weber and Councilmember Georgette Gomez for sending representatives here today, too, as well. Raise your hands if you're here. Thank you for being here with us. And a special welcome to Clark Construction, to everyone from Clark Construction and A.C. Martin Architectural Design, our partners on this absolutely incredible project. Thank you for that. What brings us together today is the culmination of a very long-held priority for an engineering building at San Diego State University, a priority for literally decades. In more recent times, as the engineering building languished on the CSU capital outlay projects list, we began to re-envision this much-needed complex. We saw how it could support not only engineering, but interdisciplinary programs and entrepreneurship. Suddenly, a fleeting moment of opportunity presented itself in early 2014. It was a unique aligning of bureaucratic stars. Thanks to President Elliot Hirschman's quick action, our community's years of planning and preparation, and the invaluable support of Chancellor Tim White and his staff in the State University system, we were able to seize that moment when it appeared. Provost and Wameka held hall meetings to share possibilities and gather input. Vice President Steve Welter and Deans Monty Marabati and Stanley Malloy pushed ahead with concepts and design. Vice President Tom McCarron ensured the financing went through the CSU flawlessly. No easy task. Vice President Mary Ruth Carlton worked as she always does and only as she can do to spread the message about this opportunity to our amazing TCF board, our alumni, and our community supporters. And here we are today. Gone are outdated and worn out classrooms, labs, and offices. Beginning today, our students and scholars will collaborate, create, explore, discover, and innovate in flexible spaces with cutting-edge technology. President Hirschman's vision to seize the moment as it arose, to structure a financial plan, and to give guidance as we move forward, all were critical. We know he is here with us today in spirit. In recognition of President Hirschman's leadership, I'm pleased to announce that this second floor terrace will be named the Elliott Hirschman Terrace. There are so many members of the university community who contributed to the creation of this remarkable complex. Another such member deserving special mention today is one of today's honored guests, President Emeritus Tom Day. His nearly 2 decades as president laid the groundwork for today's San Diego State University, a major public research university where excellence is pursued in teaching, scholarship, creativity, and research. We owe President Day a great deal for his advancement of the teacher-scholar model, for his efforts to build and improve our facilities, and for his vision of San Diego State University as a leading public university. During President Day's tenure, he was known for his intensity and his determined communication style. He was a confident, bold leader. A lively discussion with him on a topic of great import was not for the faint of heart. I learned to come prepared, to be able to articulate clearly and logically my point of view, and to stand my ground. Served me well over the years. But also over the years, as I had the great privilege to work closely with him, I was witness to a degree of deep compassion and genuine thoughtfulness that is just as powerful as his boldness and intensity. A remarkable human being. Tom, you are honored by me and beloved by me and by those who had the great good fortune to work closely with you and to witness your true nature. Today, we honor President Day's legacy by naming this lovely space the Thomas B. and Ann K. Day Quad. Inspired by President Day's vision, generations of students, professors, and researchers will come here to meet colleagues from other disciplines, to brainstorm about discovery and entrepreneurship, and to open themselves to true blue sky thinking. Thank you, President Day. This building complex is, as I said, the result of many members of our university community coming together as only we at SDSU can do. I want to sincerely thank each and every one who worked to make this dream a reality, and each of you who made a gift to the EIS Complex. Please help me thank the following supporters who made extremely generous gifts. ASML, Bill Leonard, my football partner, where's Bill? Conrad Provost, and Wayne and Mary Lightloff. We are very grateful for their generosity and for the generosity of all of our alumni and friends. The passion that comes from the people who care about this university is, and always will be, our greatest resource. Today, as we dedicate this new engineering and interdisciplinary sciences complex, we celebrate the insights and innovations it will inspire. We celebrate a new chapter in university history and what this complex will add to our 120-year tradition of academic excellence and public service. I urge all of us to remember our responsibility to remain prepared for similar great moments in time and to seize these opportunities for San Diego State University and the public good. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce Adam Day, an SDSU alum, an SDSU parent, and Vice Chair of the CSU Systems Board of Trustees.
What a crowd. Thank you, President Roush. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. On behalf of Governor Brown, Chancellor White, and all of my colleagues on the Board of Trustees, thank you all for taking part in this very special and momentous occasion. It was just 26 short months ago that we joined together and broke ground on this unique and innovative building, what is now the newest building in the CSU and perhaps the prime example of a truly leading-edge facility. If you haven't had a chance, just take a look inside and you can see what $90 million can buy. I, too, would like to begin by expressing my thanks and appreciation to President Hirschman. I understood that he might be here today, so my comments were written as if he were here, but we do miss him. He and his team, as President Roush laid out, including Vice President of Research and Dean of Graduate Affairs, Dr. Stephen Welter, then Dean and current Associate Vice President of Research and Innovation, Dr. Stanley Malloy, Dean of the College of Engineering, Dr. Monty Marabati, and of course, Vice President Mary Ruth Carlton, among others, had a vision for creating a special place that puts the emphasis on interdisciplinary studies, thereby forcing research, discoveries, products, and technology that will drive the economy of the future. This building, and what will actually happen inside, represents all that and more. On a more personal note, on behalf of my siblings, our children, and their children, I would like to thank Elliot for his immediate support of the concept to recognize and honor the service of my father and my mother to this incredible institution. Elliot chose not to elide, but rather to embrace the legacy of SDSU's sixth president. This legacy of nearly 20 years of service spanned multiple difficult challenges, ushered the campus into the modern era, elevated student success like never before on any CSU campus, and nurtured and grew the teacher-scholar model to a level that was and still is unheard of in a non-R1 institution. Accomplishing the goal of this naming would not have been possible without the efforts of Ben and Nikki Clay. On behalf of my family, I would like to personally thank them for their efforts in spearheading the fundraising for the Thomas B. and Ann K. Day Quad. Your passion and dedication to SDSU and the broader community are second to none. You truly are Mr. and Mrs. San Diego, and we all honor and thank you for your efforts. I would next like to thank and recognize Sally Roush for her unparalleled dedication to this campus and its students, faculty, and staff. Sally has, once again, in her long and very successful career, stepped up and accepted the mantle of leadership at a critical time for this university and this region, and she has done so with unanimous praise. On a more personal note, I find it both fortuitous and highly fitting that this dedication should occur on your watch. I and my board offer our heartfelt thanks and deep gratitude for you and your tireless efforts. Finally, I would like to offer a very special commendation to each and every person and organization who made a contribution or donation to this effort. Whether it was $1 or $1 million, hundreds have stepped up to help fund the construction of this incredible learning space, as well as scholarships for future engineers, scientists, and entrepreneurs. In these times of continuing financial challenges, every philanthropic dollar raised eases the burden created by unmet and needed public funding. We still have tens of thousands of CSU-eligible students every year that are denied entry. We still have faculty and staff that are not compensated at the levels they should be. We still have buildings that are far beyond their typical 30-year life expectancy, some over 60 and 70 years old with major deferred maintenance issues. We still have a serious demand for increased classroom and laboratory space. Trust me, every CSU campus could use an EIS building like this. And we are confronted with a need to produce more than 1 million more bachelor's degrees in the next 15 years if our state and nation wants to continue to not just survive, but thrive in the global economy. Your commitment to this building through your valuable philanthropic contributions helps fill the gap that is created by a challenged state budget outlook. With that support, I can proudly say that the CSU maintains its leadership position as the most affordable institution of higher education across this country, as measured against its peer set, without sacrificing academic rigor or quality. And in the case of the building before us, what will actually occur inside, your funding helps solve today's very complicated problems in a way that moves our economy forward, creating research and jobs that can be leveraged multiple times. Thank you all for making that happen. It is now my pleasure to introduce a past president of SDSU Associated Students and our city's current mayor, Kevin Faulconer.
Adam, thank you, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful building on a beautiful day. And I'm not surprised to see standing room only, not only all these chairs, several hundred strong, overflowing on the balconies. This is a phenomenally important day for this university, but for our entire city, for what it represents. So I'm delighted to come here and just share just a few remarks on not just what this building will mean physically, but what it's going to mean, as we've just heard from Adam and Sally, for all of the young men and women that are going to be coming through these doors, and what that difference that it's going to make for this city for generations to come. It's about continuing involvement and advancement. It's about cutting-edge research and collaboration, and the catalyst that is propelling this university into the top 50 public research universities in the nation. That's where we are going to be. And not too many years ago, people thought that perhaps couldn't happen. But it's happening. And it's happening because of your strong support. It's happening because of the support, not only from the system-wide at CSU, but the leadership here locally. President Roush, thank you for all of your phenomenal work throughout the years. And yes, you are the right person at the right time here for this university. Sally, you can applaud for that. Vice Chairman of the Board, Mr. Day, sir, your leadership, Adam. And Adam and I went to school together at the same time. He's younger, I'm older, but he's better looking. But the fact, Adam, that your continued help and support, not just for the university, but the leadership role, my friend, that you are playing system-wide is so needed. I, too, join in thanking President Hirschman for his leadership and support, and the ability, as Sally said, to really jump in and make this building a reality. And for all of our Campanile Foundation donors, all of our donors who are today, Mary Ruth, and all of your help, you made a huge difference. This is a shining example of public-private partnership. San Diegans stepping out to help San Diego State University as we continue to achieve higher and higher levels and results. This is truly remarkable. And of course, the individuals that we're naming this beautiful quad for today, Ann and Tom Day. I liked what Sally just said, Tom, about your tenacity, your determination, and she said it in a very nice way. I did have the pleasure and privilege to serve as Associated Students President back when Tom, this gentleman, was president of our university. And I can tell you, I greatly enjoyed almost every meeting that we had together. And I say it with all fondness, that there was no obstacle that we couldn't overcome together. Your support, Tom, for the Associated Students and for student leaders and what that organization and continues to grow, and how proud I am. Now, your support for, yes, the Teacher Scholar and what that has meant and continues to mean for this university. The fact that your support for our athletic program and taking us to the next level and so many across the board. You were ahead of your time. You were a leader in that. And of course, the work that you did with sciences. And I remember vividly the chats that we would have on your role on the National Science Board. This is a giant, ladies and gentlemen, for sciences, not just here in San Diego, but a giant for the national work that we've done for sciences in this country. And so the fact that we are joined here today, I think, speaks volume in this beautiful quad. Tom, I just wanted to say, on behalf of a grateful mayor and on behalf of a grateful city, my friend, we thank you. You leave a lasting legacy that all of us are so very, very proud of. Congratulations to everybody here, ladies and gentlemen, on a job very, very well done. A proud day for San Diego. A proud day for San Diego State University. Go Aztecs. Thank you.
Wow. I didn't realize we have so many people here today. I have the distinct honor of introducing myself. I am Chukwuka S. Enwemeka, Provost and Senior Vice President of San Diego State University. It is indeed a great day for our university and an honor to be here. I remember just a few years ago, we were having several town hall meetings trying to decide what to name the building, what should be in this building, what spaces to build, what facilities will be housed in here, how big the building is going to be, the square footage, how much we are going to spend, why we would spend that type of money, and so on and so forth. So I see a lot of faculty and staff in the back. I'm sure most of you remember those town hall meetings. So it is really a delightful day for me to see that the dream of yesterday has actually come true in a very short period of time. The building itself, as has been said, is about $90 million, 85,000 square feet. It houses a number of facilities, 11,500 square feet of instructional space that doubles the instructional space for our College of Engineering, an MRI facility, a unifying center that brings all our entrepreneurship endeavor together, and is 2,000 square feet for our student clubs, including our clubs that are well recognized nationally for what they have done. And I'm talking about our robotics and rocketry clubs. More importantly, the physical space itself doesn't quite tell what this building is about. This building is about the future, its impact on San Diego, California, and the world is going to be remarkable. Since many of today's challenges in society actually require the concerted effort and collaboration of people from several disciplines, one of the themes you will see that runs through the entire building is collaboration. Collaboration is actually written in the DNA of this facility, as you can tell from the name, Engineering and Interdisciplinary Sciences Building. So as you go through the hallways, the workspaces, and the labs and classrooms, you will see every effort has been made to instill collaboration in the facility. So I have no doubt that our collective vision will be turned into the reality that to this building will come top-notch scholars, faculty, students, and others from every area of the world. To this beautiful facility will come and converge minds that will innovate, that are thoughtful, that will develop new ideas, those with the ability to move the frontier of knowledge and turn the labs, classrooms, and all the innovative spaces in this complex into fertile grounds that yield much more than we can envision today. As we open and dedicate this facility today, it is my prayer that our hope will turn into the reality, that out of this building will emerge ideas and thoughts that will revolutionize the world and make the world a better place. Out of this building will emerge graduates that will go on to discover and develop groundbreaking technologies, new tools, and new ways of doing things that improve the way we live. That our entrepreneurship center will turn these new tools and new ways of doing things into new products, startups, and partnerships that foster economic growth, not just for our San Diego region, and not just for California, but for the entire world. Today is indeed a wonderful day for SDSU and the California State University system, and a great day for San Diego as we open yet another innovative center in our greater community. In closing, I invite those of you who have not had a chance to take a tour of this facility to really do so and to see for yourself what, as was said earlier on, $90 million can do. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Junior Carl Parks, who is majoring in aerospace engineering with a minor in computer science. Carl is the president and project manager of the SDSU rocket project, an intern at SDSU Composite, and a former member of the Associated Engineering Student Council. Please join me in welcoming him to the podium.
I did have the luxury of being introduced. Good afternoon. As stated, I am a third-year aerospace engineering major, the president of the SDSU Rocket Project, and an Aztec for Life. About 1 week ago, the SDSU Rocket Project, Aztec Racing, and Design Build Fly teams moved into room 108 of the new Engineering and Interdisciplinary Sciences Complex. Along with other student organizations, we are all enjoying our new home in the Mike and Christine Pack Creative Design Studio, which is housed in the Wayne E. and Mary Beitler Lutloff Student Innovation Center. Many of us have been anticipating this building for many years. I, for one, remember walking by the groundbreaking ceremony of this new building during my first year at SDSU. My engineering peers and I would take and share pictures from different areas of campus to document the progress. We were able to watch this building grow alongside us, and we could literally see our future being built. This new space is finally a reality, and I am thrilled to see the enhanced experience that it will have for all of the colleges for many years to come. Our teams used to be in the small building just behind the engineering building known as the CAM Center, or the Blockhouse. Many years were spent in that building where a lot of blood, sweat, and tears were shed. To give some perspective, a reporter of the Union Tribune once referenced our space as one of the most unglamorous labs in aerospace. Some interesting tokens were found in the move, including a soldering iron from the 60s, strange hats, some cockroaches, some smashed sheetrock of mysterious origin, and some other things I probably shouldn't share in a public setting. With everything gone, our old home will soon be demolished. We all plan on setting up some lawn chairs and watching together when that day comes. With that information, some of you would say this new home is a little bit different. My SDSU Rocket Project team is made up of many fellow undergrad and grad students who are yearning to enhance their resumes and their education through hands-on experience that you can't get anywhere else. These student organizations are able to build the skills and help our members gain the knowledge that will get them that interview, provide them that internship, and let dreams come true. In the new building, we will soar to new heights with even more exciting projects. Having our own high-quality space to work in, available to us 24 hours a day, along with the support from SDSU and people like you, our projects are guaranteed to succeed. Thank you to everyone here who helped make this building become a reality so fast. Be on the lookout for all of our exciting projects to come as we build rockets, race cars, and more. I'm excited for the futures this amazing structure will help guide. Go Aztecs.
Thank you, Carl. We are so glad you have this new building, because I remember the junky old buildings we used to have here, so it's really great. It's great. Thank you for your story. And thank you, everyone, for joining us here today. Boy, this is quite a crowd. This is really, really fun. And I have to say, 26 months ago, I never knew this place would look like this. It is really, really amazing. So thank you all for all the roles that you played in this. I know our engineering alumni have been waiting for a long time for a new building. In fact, some of you, Jordan Evans in particular, reminded me one time, Mary Ruth, this building, the old buildings, were old before we even started here. And it was 30 years ago that these people came in and said, this building is already old. So, Jordan, I hope you're happy out there that we have this new building. And Carl, you guys are going to have a lot of fun in here. As we've heard several times today, Elliot Hirschman has a vision for what this new building would be. And I'm pretty sure today that he is sitting back there in Baltimore and he is smiling because he knows we are celebrating this grand opening. So can we all give him a hand for all he did? Now, several of you have recommended or talked about our Campanile Foundation Board, and they really took on the challenge to raise the money for this new building. Some leadership from Jack McGrory, Steve Doyle, Mary Curran. I really appreciate all the leadership from our Campanile Board because I think they thought, boy, what are we getting into this time? And they raised a lot of money. So Campanile Board members, thank you so much for all you have done. And I would like to thank all the donors who stepped forward. There are a lot of you. You had the vision or you embraced the vision. You said you would make a commitment because you knew how important this was for the university. All our faculty and staff were really in favor of this, and a number of our faculty and staff also stepped up and made gifts for this new building. So at this time, you all can do this. I would like every donor who made a gift to this building or to the Day Quad to please stand so we could recognize you. As we like to say, it takes a village, and boy, it sure did for this building. Thank you all so much for your gifts to San Diego State and to this new building. So we are now approaching the big moment. You see the red ribbon out here. We are going to have an official ribbon cutting ceremony, then tours. If you haven't toured yet, there's a lot to see here, so please do take a tour. And I'm now going to ask our ribbon cutters to please come forward. President Roush, Trustee Day, Mayor Faulconer, President Emeritus Day, Provost Enwemeka, that's a long list, Vice President Welter, Associate Vice President Malloy, Dean Marabati, donors Dan Brown and Bill Leonard, and Carl Parks. So, are you all set? Somebody here? All right.
Please enjoy the open house.